I saw a funny tweet. It was either late last night or early this morning, where you talked about how you had tanked an audition for the XFL. So I'd love to hear the backstory behind that, and how does one tank a broadcast audition?
I tanked the audition by calling a game the way that I would call a game, right down the middle, knowing that that's not what they were looking for. I mean, I guess to give background to it, like I was the Jets pre- and post-game host, certainly had aspirations to at some point become an NFL broadcaster, if not on radio, certainly on television. And it was pretty obvious back then that if you became a voice of the XFL, you might be blackballed from the NFL forever. But having said that, I'm like 26, 27 years old. I haven't done any network work at that point, and someone from NBC working in New York, kind of tasked with finding young talent, calls me up and says, "Do you want to audition?" And so what do you say as a 26-year-old to an NBC executive? Now, I'm going to skip your network level audition because really it's beneath me. And he's going to be thinking, what, you're doing updates on like the local sports radio station. Do you understand the opportunity that I'm giving you? So now you're trying not to offend the person that is asking you to come audition, and understand it's flattering in and of itself.
Sure.
That someone at the network level would want you to audition for anything, but also understanding that if I actually got the job, probably a bad thing for me long term. So how do you not get the job intentionally, but also, not anger the person or offend the person that asked you to come audition for it in the first place? So I knew what they were looking for. I mean, it was Vince McMahon. It was the WWF. It was the XFL. So I knew what they wanted. Well, I got into a broom closet studio and called the football game the way I would if it was Jets Colts on a Sunday afternoon. I called it straight. I did the best football call I could do, knowing that afterwards they were going to say, "Yeah, you're not really what we're looking for." And that's exactly what happened. I just kind of, so it's not like I went in and, purposely misidentified players or something stupid like that. I mean, I did what I think was a competent football call, but just knowing that a straight down the middle call of a football game, the way you would expect to hear if it's Bengals Chargers on a Sunday afternoon, was not what they were looking for. But I didn't want to be what they were looking for because I didn't think long term for my career that was going to be something that, even in short term for my career, that was going to be something that was going to be smiled upon, certainly by the people I was working for at the Jets.
There's so much tactical information that came into still giving a quality broadcast.
All right, I'm glad. Yeah, I mean, it really is the truth. Like I went in knowing if I call this right down the middle, I'm not getting the job.
Right.
So call it right down the middle. They can't be mad at you because all you did was you went in and you were you. That was what I did. I was myself. I wasn't Mean Gene Okerlund. Like, no. I wasn't going to go in and do like a Bobby the Brain Heenan call of football. I was going to do what I do. And I knew that wasn't going to be what they were looking for, and I figured long term that was probably the best thing.